Welcome to Out of the Noise. I'm Priestess Lily, a channeler, sacred heart healer, and space holder. My purpose is to create content that will help humanity rise in consciousness through connection. I do this by facilitating courageous conversations that will leave you activated along heart-centered leaders, wisdom keepers, and divine humans who are expanding into their authenticity and soul purpose. Together, we strive to access a higher level of consciousness where we can help each other ascend. Happy Global Solstice, sisters. How are we all feeling? Today marks the halfway point through the year on our calendar. In the Northern Hemisphere, it is a day with the most light, and in the Southern Hemisphere, it is a day with the least light. We cycle through the seasons, welcoming summer in the north and winter in the south. So winter baby is officially here. Spiritually, the winter solstice is a time for reflection, renewal, and rebirth. It marks the longest night and the shortest day of the year, symbolizing a period of darkness before the return to the light. This transition is often seen as such a profound metaphor for personal growth and transformation. Today's podcast is going to be a little bit different. It's a sacred circle, an offering to help you deepen into your connection with yourself and your inner wisdom through sacred inquiry. So I invite you to take the time to pause, to be present with the inquiry questions, to go deep. You may need to re-listen to it a couple of times, and I encourage you really to dive deep within. Light a candle, go to your sacred space, and allow the sacred offering to be a blessing or a ritual for an invitation for the energy of the winter solstice into your life. Grab your journal, a cuppa, and let's make time to connect. So together, let's open sacred space first. Placing your hands on your heart and just taking a breath in and allowing yourself just this time and space to become still with self. Turning off all the outer noise, the distractions, the to-do list. Just becoming center with your soul, with the rhythm of your breath. As we open sacred space together. Welcome, beloved ones, to the sacred space and podcast today, as we gather to honor the winter solstice. Let's us take a time to center ourselves, ground our energy, and open our hearts to the wisdom and blessings during the sacred time together. Together may we call upon the spirits of the north, east, south, and west. We invite the energies of the earth, air, fire, and wind to be present with us here today as we sit in circle. May we ask for the guidance and protections of our ancestors, our spirit guides, and the beloved beings who watch over us in all realms to support us during this time together. As we stand on the threshold of the longest night and the shortest day, may we honor the cycle of darkness and light within us. We acknowledge the beauty of the winter season, a time for rest, renewal, as we recognize the power of the solstice as a moment of transformation and rebirthing, a sacred offering from the cycles of the season. Taking another breath in And just slowly exhale. As above, so below. Feel the energy of the earth beneath you, supporting you, grounding you. And I want you to imagine a beautiful golden light in your third eye, enveloping you in peace and comfort. Allow this light to fill your being, illuminating the darkness within and that around you as we sit together in sacred circle. Taking another deep breath in. Reflection and release. I see the darkness of the winter as encouragement to turn inward, reflect on the past 6 months and our own personal journey. It is a time to assess what we have learnt and what we want to leave behind. Sitting with that and the journaling sacred question, what am I ready to let go of that no longer serves me for my highest good? Whether it be a feeling, a knowing, just allowing yourself the space and time for whatever to come forward, to rise within you, and taking this moment just to sit with that question and journal. What am I ready to let go of that no longer serves me for my highest good? You might need to put the podcast on pause just while you sit and journal as we move forward into rest and renewal. As we move into winter, it is a time to rest. Just as nature slows down and rests during the winter, we are also called to pause, to become still. This period is rest is essential for our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. This is why so many of us become sick during the winter months, as we spiritually are being forced to rest. Sacred inquiry. In what ways can I allow myself to rest during the winter months? In what ways can I allow myself to rest in the winter months? And how can I create space for stillness and presence in my day-to-day life? And how can I create stillness and presence in my day-to-day life? Just allowing whatever to come forward, witnessing it, holding it, whether it be a feeling, a knowing, or something that you just need to cultivate more time with. Connections to nature and its cycles. We see the beauty of nature and the cycles of life around us through a different lens. And I encourage you to connect to the earth and honor the cycles and find harmony within them. Nature's rhythms mirrors our own inner process, reminding us the importance of balance, rest, and renewal. The changing seasons reflect our own periods of growth, of light and darkness. By tuning ourselves to these natural cycles, we can cultivate a deep sense of peace and understanding. Take time to walk in nature, feel the earth beneath your feet. Breathe and smell nature. Observe the changes around you. Notice how the trees shed their leaves and how the animals adapt and how the light shifts between the branches, on the water, on the earth. These are not just changes in our environment, but powerful lessons and reminders of life's continual ebbs and flows. As you honor these cycles, in winter, embrace the stillness. As what does it offer you? Sacred inquiry. How can I deepen my connection to the natural cycles and rhythms of the earth? How can I deepen my connection to the natural cycles and rhythms of the earth? What does the winter season teach me about patience and surrender? Surrender, baby. What does the winter season teach me about patience and surrender? Taking another deep breath in, and if you need to pause and deepen and just reflect on what is coming forward for you before we move into the inner light and darkness. Despite the external darkness that we are transcending through at present, the winter solstice is a celebration of our inner light that resides within each of us. It's time to nurture this light and find hope and inspiration for the future. What can I nurture my inner light during this time of darkness? How can I nurture my inner light during this time of darkness? What aspects of my shadow self need acknowledgement and healing? What aspects of my shadow self needs acknowledgement and healing? How can I find balance between my light and shadow? How can I find balance between my light and my shadow? Embracing the transformation. How can I embrace change with grace and openness? How can I embrace change with grace and openness? Taking another deep breath in as we open our hearts. as we become aware of what we need to release that no longer serves us. May we embrace the stillness and the quiet, allowing ourselves to rest. May we welcome the return of the light, setting intentions for growth, new beginnings, and manifestations of our deepest desires. May we together give thanks to the spirits of the north, east, and south and west. We are grateful for the presence of the earth, air, fire, and water. May we honor the ancestors, the spirit guides, and all beings that have joined us today during this sacred space and sacred circle together. Taking another breath in. As we close this opening and the sacred time together, may we carry the wisdom and the energy of the winter solstice with us. And may we find peace in the darkness, the strength in the stillness, and the joy in the promise of returning to the light. Blessed be, and so it is. Thank you for listening to my podcast, Out of the Noise by Priestess Lily. Please like and share it with like-minded souls, and together let's build a new earth. Just taking a deep breath in. As we close the sacred time together, carrying the essence of this moment, may we allow ourselves to carry it forward together, together, together.